I'm going to be making an angel wing tea light holder today. I've got this mould from Temu that I'm going to try, and I've also mixed up some of the Apex High Gloss Finish resin. I'm not doing a deep pour resin because the actual mould itself, although it looks like really big, down this side here it's really thin, and the deepest part is just this top bit here. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get away with not using a deep pour resin. So I'm just going to pop that to one side for a minute and go through the colours. So I'm just going to be using two colours today. I've got the Let's Resin metallic powder in silver, and I've got the Octopus Fluids alcohol ink in coin copper. So I'm going to be using those today. I'm just going to split up. I've got 300 ml of Apex resin in there, and I'm just going to split that off. So I've got 3 different cups, and in the larger one I'm going to use the metallic powder in the silver. So I'm just going to pop a good amount of that in there and then get that mixed in. So that's going to be our mica powder, and then in one of these other ones I'm going to add, let's do it in this one, I'm going to add the copper alcohol ink. So I'm going to drop some of that into there and then give that a good mix in. And then I'm going to leave the other pot as a clear, and then I'm hoping mixing the alcohol ink and the mica powder will give a nice sort of effect at the end. So they're all mixed up now. So I'm just going to pop these through the vacuum chamber, get those bubbles out of there. That silver needs a bit more mixing. So I'm just going to get these mixed up, pop them through the vacuum chamber, and then we'll start pouring. These have all had 5 minutes in the vacuum chamber now, so I'm just going to spray some 99% alcohol just down into this mould, because there's lots of details by the looks of it going down there. So I'm just going to give that a quick squirt, and I think I'm going to start off with a little bit of clear. Just let that run down there. And then I'm just going to alternate between the 3 pots. So a little bit of the copper, silver, copper, silver, copper, silver, and a little bit more clear, and some more copper, some more silver, copper. Just scrape the last bit of that out. So that's all the alcohol ink used up. So that's that one done. And then I'm just going to use up the silver and the clear. Scrape the rest of that silver out of there. Oh, I don't know if I've actually made enough, to be honest. Doesn't look like I have. Right, let's get all this scraped out. I don't know if this mould actually needs daming, so pop that in there. Let's scrape the last of the clear out. Pop that in there. Let's get all of that into there. Right, so that's all my resin used up. So that took 300 ml, and it's not quite to the top. Is there any left in here that I can scrape? Tiny little bit. Once you leave your pot sat for a while, the resin does tend to accumulate from what's around the side, so you can get a little bit more out of your pots. So I'm just going to scrape in the rest of that. And then what I'll do is I'll just mix up a little bit more and then top that up. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a squeeze. And then we'll leave this to cure. So I'll see you all in a little while. Oh, I'm just going to give it a quick spritz on the top with some alcohol. Right, I'll see you back for demould. This is all cured up now, so let's pop this out and see how it's looking. And it is a matte mould, so it's not going to be shiny. This one's going to be a tricky little devil to get out, I think. Right, so let's give this a little bit of a spray down the edges with some alcohol spray. Some of that down there. Give it a little squish around. I don't know if I'm going to do this on camera, to be honest. I might have to. Oopsie daisies, everything's going flying. Might have to use my belly to do this one. And oh no, I think I'm definitely going to have to do this off camera. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, I think I'm nearly there. Oh, there we go. Right, let's just pop that back in the right way. Oh, jeez. Right, let's have a look. Oh, that's a lovely mould. Oh, I've lost all of the copper, so it's only got that little bit of copper. Oh, I'm out of breath now. Blimey. Right, okay. Yes, I've lost all the copper, but right, okay, so I think what I'll do is, where's my, right, here it is. I'm going to use, shall I use that or shall I use the, I think what I'll use is, I've got some Flourish paste from Create and Bloom, and this one's Valley of the Kings. Right, right, I'm just going to get my breath back and then I'll be back. Right, that's better. So I've got this Flourish paste in Valley of the Kings. So I'm just going to give that a quick stir. Get that mixed in because it's been sat there for a little while and it's settled. So need to mix up that mixture. Right. And I'm just going to take some on my finger and I'm just going to brush that over and highlight some of the detail with that. So I'm just going to go lightly over with this. Let's just get a little bit more on my stick. And go around there. A bit more. I'll just pop that to one side for a minute. Just going to rub this over. So while I'm doing this, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that subscribes to my channel, and if you like my content, then drop me a comment and hit that like button. It does help our channels to grow, so we do all really appreciate it when you interact with us. So that's lovely. Thank you ever so much to those that do. And don't forget to check out any of the affiliate links that I've got in my description box if you want to grab some discount. Oh, and I also want to say thank you to anyone that's bought me a coffee or a super thanks. It's much appreciated. Thank you ever so much. And any money that I do get through things like that does go straight back into the channel, and it helps me to buy, you know, new moulds and new materials to use. Right, I think we're nearly there with this. Just gonna rub it all over. Just this little front bit to do now. Yeah, just get some in there. Last little bit around the top there. And that's our little angel wings done. Not too complicated, nice and simple. I think it took me longer to get it out the mould than what it did anything else. Oh dear. Right, so that's how it's looking. I like that. I'm not usually a goldy kind of person, but I think the majority of it, because the majority of it is silver, just giving those highlights a bit with the gold just gives it a little something. Right, so let's just pop the lid on there. Just get a little tea light, pop that in there, and there's our little angel candles done. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end. Bye for now.
Crafting on a houseboat, oh so free. Me and my husky on the open sea. Resin molds and hand light as a breeze, creating treasures with such ease. Waves are rocking softly, makes me smile. Colors swirl and blend in endless style. Sunshine through the window sets a scene. Houseboat life is like a living dream.